Pi Network is a digital currency, a relatively new player in the world of cryptocurrencies, but one that's quickly gaining attention. It's designed for everyone, not just tech experts or those deeply familiar with blockchain technology. Pi Network aims to be accessible and user-friendly for a global audience. Unlike Bitcoin and other established cryptocurrencies, you don't need expensive hardware or specialized equipment to participate. All you need is a smartphone and the Pi app, readily available on both iOS and Android platforms. Mining Pi is as easy as tapping a button daily, a simple action that contributes to the network's overall security and growth. This process also involves proving you're a real person, ensuring that the network is populated by genuine users and not bots. The goal? Widespread, fair distribution of the cryptocurrency and an inclusive financial system that benefits everyone involved. Pi aims to empower people left out of traditional crypto and financial systems, offering an alternative path to digital currency ownership. It's about making entry simple, straightforward, and free of financial barriers. Millions of users, called pioneers, have already joined the network and are actively building and securing the network together through their daily contributions and engagement. This community-driven approach is Pi's foundation and strength, fostering a sense of shared ownership and responsibility. Pi's development is phased, carefully planned and executed to ensure long-term sustainability. First, users mined on a test network, allowing for experimentation and refinement of the platform. Now, the enclosed mainnet is live, protected as the ecosystem grows and matures. The final phase will be the open mainnet, a significant milestone, connecting Pi to the broader crypto world and enabling wider adoption. This careful rollout ensures stability and real utility before going public, prioritizing the long-term health of the network. The vision? A global marketplace where you can use Pi for everyday purchases, seamlessly integrating it into daily life. Whether it's coffee, services, or goods, Pi aims to facilitate transactions worldwide. The Pi core team is building more than a currency. They're not just focused on the transactional aspect. They're creating an ecosystem with wallets for secure storage, a browser for decentralized apps, and developer tools to encourage innovation. Ultimately, success depends on the pioneers' belief and active participation in the network. Their collective action gives Pi real-world value and drives its growth. Pi's slow, steady approach sets it apart from other crypto projects that often prioritize rapid growth over stability. The network's growth is fueled by its accessibility and the community's trust in the project's vision. Every pioneer helps shape Pi's future, contributing to its evolution and potential impact. The project's strength lies in its people, not just its technology. It's a testament to the power of community-driven initiatives. If the community thrives, so does Pi's economic power and its ability to create real-world value. That's the promise and potential of Pi Network, a cryptocurrency built for and by the people. GCV, or Global Consensus Value, represents a fascinating concept within the Pi Network ecosystem. It is a community-driven idea within Pi Network, born from the collective desire to establish a tangible value for the Pi coin. It's not an official price, dictated by any central authority or exchange. Instead, it's a value pioneers, the users of the Pi Network, agree on for one Pi coin, representing a shared understanding of its worth. The number itself, $314,159, directly comes from the digits of Pi, the mathematical constant itself. This connection makes it symbolic and easily memorable, resonating with the community. Ultimately, GCV is about social consensus, a reflection of the community's collective valuation. The idea is that if enough people transact at this value, consistently exchanging goods and services, it becomes a real functioning value within the Pi Network community, solidifying its internal economy. It unites pioneers with a shared goal and a collective belief in Pi's potential to revolutionize digital transactions. However, it's important to remember that GCV isn't a market price in the traditional sense. You can't sell Pi for this amount on external exchanges just yet, as Pi is still undergoing development. Pi is still in its enclosed mainnet phase, a crucial period for testing and refinement. Therefore, GCV guides only internal transactions within the Pi network during this phase. Pioneers are currently using GCV as a benchmark, a reference point, for bartering goods and services within the network. For example, a car valued at $31,415 might be sold for 0.1 Pi, based on the agreed-upon GCV rate. This grassroots experiment directly challenges traditional methods of crypto valuation, placing a strong emphasis on real-world utility and community consensus. The more people actively use GCV in their daily transactions, the stronger and more stable Pi's internal economy becomes, fostering a robust ecosystem. Ultimately, it's a fascinating test of whether social agreement and collective action can create genuine economic value. If millions of pioneers adopt GCV as their standard, Pi could potentially have a very solid and well-tested foundation before entering the open markets. GCV is therefore more than just a number. It serves as a rallying point, a symbol of unity, for the entire Pi network community. It powerfully demonstrates the potential of collective belief and shared vision in shaping a new kind of digital money, driven by the people, for the people. That's the deeper meaning and potential impact of $314,159 within the Pi network. GCV gives Pi network a truly unique and advantageous position within the broader crypto and Web3 landscape. It's a defining characteristic that shapes its economic model. Most cryptocurrencies heavily rely on speculation, driven by volatile trading and market fluctuations, often detached from real-world applications. But Pi Network takes a different approach, prioritizing the construction of a massive and actively engaged user base as its foundational element. With a network exceeding 55 million users, Pi has already established a significant presence in the digital space. Pi isn't just designed to be a currency, it's envisioned as a comprehensive platform for decentralized applications, fostering innovation and utility. The Pi browser serves as a gateway, enabling users to seamlessly access a constantly expanding ecosystem of Web3 applications, commerce, games, social media, and a diverse range of other services. The high and stable value of GCV provides a strong incentive for developers to invest their time and resources in building within the Pi ecosystem, because they know there's a large and receptive market ready to embrace their creations. This dynamic creates a powerful cycle where a growing user base attracts talented developers who, in turn, build innovative and useful apps, which ultimately give Pi real-world utility and practical applications, further reinforcing belief in its inherent value and long-term potential. Pi's approach is deliberately inside-out. Utility and widespread user adoption are prioritized before the commencement of open trading. This strategic approach has the potential to solve one of Web3's most pressing challenges, successfully onboarding everyday people and driving mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency. Pi's innovative mobile mining mechanism and user-friendly design significantly lower the barriers to entry. The relative stability offered by GCV makes people more comfortable using Pi for real-world transactions and everyday purchases. If people genuinely trust in Pi's long-term value and stability, they'll be far more inclined to use it, effectively making Pi a user-friendly gateway to the vast potential of Web3 for millions of individuals. Pi's economic footprint is fundamentally built on a foundation of community, utility, and widespread consensus, not on fleeting speculation. And that's precisely what sets Pi apart and gives it a unique positioning within the often turbulent crypto world. Migration is the crucial step for Pi pioneers. It moves your mined Pi from the app's testnet to the real live mainnet blockchain. On testnet, your Pi is just a placeholder. After migration, it becomes real cryptocurrency. To migrate, you must pass KYC, proving your identity to ensure fairness and prevent fake accounts. Once verified, you set up a Pi wallet and complete a checklist in the app. Your Pi is then transferred to your mainnet wallet, protected by a secret passphrase only you control. This introduces self-custody, a core Web3 principle. Migration turns your balance from a number in an app to a true digital asset you own. Only migrated Pi can be used for transactions in the Pi ecosystem. You can spend it on goods, services, or trade with other verified pioneers. Migration is the bridge from potential value to real economic participation. It's the moment you become an active part of Pi's digital economy. That's why migration matters so much. GCV isn't set by a formula, it's a social process. Influential community members proposed $314,159, and it's spread through forums and social media. Every transaction at GCV is like a vote, reinforcing the value. If a merchant sells a $30 t-shirt for 0.0001 Pi, they're expressing belief in GCV. Buyers who agree confirm it too. GCV is built on social consensus. Money has value because we all agree it does. The challenge is getting enough people to rally around the same number. Not everyone agrees, but the movement is strong and growing. GCV is a living experiment in community-driven value. GCV isn't just theory, it's powering real transactions in Pi's ecosystem. Pioneers are buying and selling everything from electronics to cars, pricing goods based on GCV. These peer-to-peer trades turn Pi from digital points into a real medium of exchange. Entrepreneurs and small businesses are starting to accept Pi, betting on its future. The GCV provides a common reference point, making trade possible and organized. Without it, bartering would be chaotic. Even if not universal, GCV gives buyers and sellers a shared language for price. This belief system is the invisible infrastructure of Pi's growing economy. GCV in action is proof of a functioning, community-powered marketplace. Migration unlocks Pi's true utility for users. Before migration, your Pi is just a promise. After, it's a real asset in your mainnet wallet. You gain full ownership and control, no longer just a number on a server. With migrated Pi, you can send payments to other verified users, buy goods or pay for services. Transactions are fast and low-fee, perfect for everyday use. Migration also opens access to Pi-powered apps, e-commerce, games, social platforms, through the Pi browser. Users can spend Pi in these apps, fueling the ecosystem. Holding Pi in your own wallet teaches self-custody and financial independence. Locking up Pi for higher mining rates encourages long-term commitment. Migration is the gateway to real participation in Pi's digital economy. The Pioneer economy is alive with GCV-based trades. A student might buy a $1,000 laptop for 0.00318 Pi, or a designer could sell a logo for 0.00159 Pi, both using GCV as the standard. These transactions are quick, direct, and build trust in Pi's value. High-value trades like motorcycles for fractions of a Pi show real belief in the network's future. Each deal is more than commerce, it's a statement of faith in Pi's potential. GCV-based trades foster collaboration and keep value circulating within the community. They're building blocks for a new decentralized economy. Every transaction, big or small, reinforces the shared vision. Social proof from these trades encourages more participation. GCV isn't just a number, it's the foundation of a new way to exchange value. That's how Pi's economy is taking shape, one transaction at a time. Pi Network's strength comes from its community, not speculation. GCV is the community's shared belief in Pi's value, a powerful anchor for its internal economy. Migration turns that belief into reality, letting users own and use their Pi. Together, GCV and migration create a feedback loop. More migration enables more GCV-based transactions, which reinforce belief and drive further adoption. This cycle is building a robust, utility-driven economy from the ground up. Pi's story is about the power of collective agreement in the Web3 era. Value is created by people, not just code. The journey to open mainnet isn't over, but Pi has already built a global digital nation. The $314,159 GCV is more than a number. It's a symbol of what millions of pioneers are working to achieve. That's the economic power and promise of Pi Network.